So today I want to talk to you about East and Southeast Asian representation within Western media. I think, to be honest, particularly in film and TV, I think because of the rise of hate crimes within the UK against Asians and in the US, it's probably the right time to talk about this and increase visibility and hopefully retell stories and include narratives for the unseen Asians that we are. Okay, so one, I would like to educate you on how I think East and Southeast Asians are currently being seen in the media. Two, how I think we can move forward. And three, what you can do at home if you're watching this to sort of make other people aware and spread this information. Okay, let's go. Okay, so how East and Southeast Asians are currently being seen in the media. I've got a script, by the way, so I'll be rambling on. So we're not really. We're not. So I've not seen really anyone in recent years, and I think it's sort of like quite bleak, really bleak. I think I'm going to talk to you now about stereotypes. So stereotypes are very predominant, well, back in the day when we had people that were Asian on TV. So these might have been, I'll start with the ladies. So the ladies, so an over-sexualized Asian girl is a main stereotype. So these might be cast as prostitutes, sexy Asian assassin, China doll, geisha, a person that is subservient to a white man in that sort of role. On the opposing side, men are desexualized. So these might be class geeks, might be like someone who's small and meek and like in stature. You will also have a martial arts expert. That's quite, kind of like quite a normal one to do. Or you might have a Chinese businessman, a Japanese tourist. But all of them are all like desexualized, as if we don't have sex. We do. Okay. Right. Okay. So both stereotypes are really inaccurate, and I think these days they always have been, but these days things are highlighted, and really Asian men really are quite strong, confident and bold, and there should be like in romantic leads. Henry Golden did this in Crazy Rich Asians in 2018. There's been no English counterpart for that on British TV, so this needs to change, please. Okay, so whitewashing. I'm going to go whitewashing. So whitewashing basically is where you cast a white actor in a role that is specifically for a person of colour. So in terms of this, we've done this a lot in the Asian community. In America, they did a film called Aloha with Emma Stone in. She was supposed to be cast as partially Chinese girl, and she was not, obviously. She's like European at best. And Scarlett Johansson was in Ghost in the Shell, and this was based on a Japanese cartoon, so no good. Next. Okay, so The Serpent. This is a BBC programme. So this is based on French serial killer Charles Sobra. So Charles was, back in the day when he was alive, a French thief, fraudster and serial killer in the 1970s. He is from a mixed background of Indian and Vietnamese. So the guy who played him was called Tahir Rahim, and he's a French actor of Algerian descent. So he's not completely white, but he's been miscast. You should not have people in there that are cast as the wrong race. It's not credible. The story isn't credible, and if there's no actors in there that are sort of represented, the story is retold incorrectly. Okay, so a good example of this, when they did it well, was if you've got Netflix, there's a show called The Assassination of Gianni Versace. So Gianni Versace was a fashion designer, and he was killed by a guy called Andrew Cunanan. Andrew Cunanan was from a mixed race family. He's mixed race. So he was half Filipino and half white. The guy that was cast as him, Darren Criss, was half Filipino, half white. So, that works. Perfect casting. Let's go. Move. Okay, yellow face. So yellow face. So this refers to the practice that is in cinema and in theatre. So where you may use prosthetics on someone's face to make them more Asian. This is a white person looking more Asian. Or a white person may put on traditional sort of Asian garments like a kimono or a headpiece or something like that. So, no good. So, example of this as well, in 2017, the Print Room did something called The Depths of Love. It was in London, and they chose an all-white cast to portray a play that's set in ancient China. What was the point? How can they retell the story when they don't even have any relevance? They don't have any sort of ancestry, and probably not ancestry sort of reference they couldn't even ask their great-great-grandfathers or grandmothers or anything. It does not work. Don't do it again. Learn from it. Okay, so how I think things can move forward. So, to be honest, for me personally, an all East and Southeast Asian cast would be perfect for an English-British show. So something like Crazy Rich Asians, but on British soil. This is what I would love to see. Have these characters with depth. with the gravity, these characters that have substance, not just someone that's in the background. You know what I mean? Extras don't work. There's no point. Not these days, anyway. Okay, yeah, it's on like for me. I've seen a few female leads, but not many Asian male leads, and this needs to change pronto. I mean, they're out there. The actors are out there, so please change this. Okay, now this is a question actually. What is the biggest show on UK TV that attracts, or biggest show should I say, attracts millions of views on a daily basis? Soap operas. So, Coronation Street has been around since 1960. When was the last Asian person, Asian family, let's go down that route, that you saw on Coronation Street? The last Chinese family. When was the last Filipino family you saw on EastEnders? When was the last Thai family you saw on Hollyoaks? They're not around. We need to change this theory now in this sort of narrative right now. Okay, as well, these things apply to Asians within music and in broadcasting and in fashion and food. I'm just sort of explaining this more because I think I don't want to go on for too long, because I've gone for 6 minutes now, and hopefully I'll be done soon. So bear with me, hopefully. So, a couple of estimates for you. So this is the population. So Asian South and British Southeast Asians in the UK, there's 400,000 to 1.2 million. So this is 0.7 to 2.1% of the population. So the government collected this data, and this applies to just the UK, yeah? So there's, in terms of Black Britons, there's 3% of the population. And, it's not a massive great deal more, but they are represented so much more. I am for, by the way, people of colour in any sort of representation, if it's on screen and music and art and whatever, but the fact that my particular race and others are invisible, it's quite sort of depressing. So it needs to change, please. Okay, so what can you do, if you're still with me? Yes. So what can you do at home to help the cause and make others aware of the spread information? Okay, so if you have an Asian friend, an Asian girlfriend, an Asian boyfriend, a family member that is Asian, talk to them about how they feel in the media. Start those conversations, start that dialogue, and sort of get in there. I am from a mixed family, so I am mixed, half Thai. My mother's Thai, my dad was white English. Okay, so I have these two sides of my family, so half Thai, half white. So sometimes things do get lost in translation when you are a mixed race family. So you have these open conversations is very, very important. Okay, so you can also research into Asian culture, watch films, read books, go to Asia when lockdown finishes. Those sort of things, just do it. You might as well. Okay. Yes. So for anyone that is watching this, that is a producer, a screenwriter, a commissioner, anyone that's in charge of making these shows happen, do it. You know what I mean? These narratives need to be told. They are so important for our development. And you know what I mean? So, if you do not do this, it's very regressive. And, this reinforces the theory that Asians don't belong in Western society, and everyone knows we do. So just try not to do that, please. As well, quickly, I would like to say a few of the British Southeast Asians that are already making it successful in this country already. So I'm going to talk about Benedict Wong, Gok Wan, Gemma Chan, Will Sharp, Malcolm Mori, Burt Kwok, Henry Golden, Phil Wang, Elizabeth Tan Sumting, One Mining Class, Jessica Henwick. I actually did an illustration on my page below so you can see this. And this represents everyone that I think. I've left some out, obviously, but there's not much more that are doing it really well in the British media. Okay, so please please share, tag if you can the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Sky, Netflix, Amazon Prime. These are the big television stations and streaming services that are making these shows. It needs to be told. Okay, thank you so much. 8 minutes. Yes! See you later.